And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the PiGosaur Monday, week number 26. I'm of course your VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in the chat, and by my plushies as well. Welcome, one and all, to our early morning broadcast. We were just live, of course, earlier last night with the TvP Monday, and now we're here. Now we are back with some PiGosaur Monday action. Here we go. And this morning, we have our two players. We have our first two players this morning in the bottom left-hand corner of lane lines. We have our South Korean Terran player, the Yellow Terran. For Team Hyper 1, it is HonMonO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the pink Protoss player from South Korea, representing among SE2 people. It is Ateshi. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are now soon to be open. One momento. Just setting some things up here very quickly, specifically setting up our player names. Hold on. I got you. Bam. But if you're in the chat, the predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we do jump into our matchup. Just making sure that everything is running smoothly. One moment. Sorry, it looks like our predictions aren't working right now. But for now, welcome one and all to the PiGosaur Monday. Exclamation mark, be in the chat. Have a look at the back of yourselves. Did we not? Oh, I see. Dang, we didn't pay out predictions last night. Hero popped off. True. There we go. There we go, now they're open. But for now, we're going to be settling in. Again, exclamation mark be in the chat to have a look at the back of yourselves. We'll be going over the bracket momentarily. Oh my god, as we're just spamming emotes. Jesus. But Ateshi and HonMonO, there we go. CC is going to be thrown down. The sprays get thrown down as well. I do love to see it. Now, when it comes to this matchup, when it comes to our players here, HonMonO is an animal. HonMonO, he's hyper aggressive. He's known for being very cheesy in this matchup as well, for going for all in after all in after all in. So we expect HonMonO to commit to an all in. But when it comes to Ateshi, we'll see how he compares. He's also relatively cheesy. He's a little bit more middle of the road, maybe still leaning towards cheese, to be fair. It's still leaning towards aggression, but we'll see who strikes first. We'll see who does pull the trigger first here, whether it's going to be Ateshi or HonMonO. We'll see who wins this game of chicken, if you will, or if they just both bet up and we just have chickens smack each other in the face. It's possible. It is very possible. Aye. Let's go. For now, going to be settling in. Standard opener, economic start here by HonMonO, going for the faster CC on the low ground. So economic start out of our Terran player for the time being. We do expect aggression here as, oh, never mind, third CC before starport. Very greedy build here by HonMonO. This was not what I was expecting. Now, on the one hand, we have seen HonMonO get fake third CCs before, where he has a command center and just pulls the boys anyway, and he just commits across the map. That's typically how HonMonO has approached this, but it's possible that maybe HonMonO is turning a new leaf. Maybe coming into 2025, he is willing to play macro at least once in a series against a Protoss player. It is possible that, yeah, maybe he has seen the light and he will macro. It's crazy, or at least against Ateshi. I did mention before that Ateshi is also very aggressive, so it's possible that against Ateshi specifically, because HonMonO is familiar with him, he might be a little bit more prone to going for a longer macro game instead, just recognizing that he might have the advantage as the defender instead of being aggressive into Ateshi is possible. As Ateshi also goes for his own third expansion. That's going to be a third base. I believe that's one game blink. What is happening? That is insane. Meanwhile, Marine's going to be targeted down. Nice defense here from Ateshi. We'll clean this up. He will not lose a single Stalker. Hellions, they do try to bypass the main army here, and they do barely slip by. Two Hellions, they can two short workers. So far, the boys, they do somewhat line up, but they pull away in time. Oh, there's the first volley. There's the second. And he gets one probe so far. Yeah, one probe kill. Very nice defense here by Ateshi. He does minimize losses. He does keep up. He does hold on. And with that, he's able to get away with a faster expansion. And as a reminder, this was one gate blink into a third base. Like, this was insane greed from Ateshi. Meanwhile, HonMonO, he's making it up. What is happening right now? Aye. So, HonMonO, he's going to be making it up here. And we'll see how he does embrace this. That's maybe the best way of putting it, is we are going to be amassing up Hellions. We have Blue Flame on the way, making 3 Hellions at a time, throwing down additional factories as well. Again, this is a bit of a rarity here in this matchup. Very much so. Hold on, still trying to get predictions to work. My apologies. Oh, as Hellions, they once again is the middle line. Once again, they can 2 shots, so they get 2 probes for the time being. Final Hellion does go down. There we go. Sorry, it's just troubleshooting on the fly. Aye. There we go, 2 workers go down. Meanwhile, Ateshi does hold, and again, the mech will continue here, still going into battle mech, Hellions, Cyclones. Now, for those that may be unfamiliar or maybe haven't been tuning into too much StarCraft as of late, battle mech is a very rare sight in this matchup because it doesn't really scale too amazingly. When it comes to the Protoss main army compositions, going into a gateway heavy start can shut this down completely, specifically into charge lots, into a heavy immortal count as well. Hellions are going to be deflected. Additional Hellion production is of course confirmed. Ateshi, he did scout across the map. Ateshi is fully aware of the mech that's coming his way. How do you respond? We should be responding with charge and with immortals. We have the Forger +1. We have a sentry so far. We're focusing on just walling up or walling off. Ateshi does defend for the time being, but where is that next step? Where is the charge? Where is the immortal production? Where are we headed? For now, just pure Blink Stalker. Just Blink Stalkers for the time being. Meanwhile, third base is now being taken. And we'll see how HonMonO does establish himself, just getting to his own tank production. Now back into Hellion Cyclone, again just being very active, very aggressive. Now Cyclones, they can still pose quite a big threat here, especially against Stalkers. This is why I was waiting for Charge, and there we go, Charge now on the way. Charge, they play the same role as Lings in this kind of setup, in this kind of dynamic, whereas Zealots, ideally, they want to be the ones to soak and to grab the lock-ons of the Cyclones, to protect and to help buffer for the Stalkers, and then the Stalkers are able to deal more damage in the back line as well. Likewise, without these Hellbats, Zealots can also close the distance and also collapse on top of those Cyclones as well. It's going to be up to the Hellbats to protect the Cyclones and the Cyclones to deal the real damage. So they come hand in hand. Likewise, Ateshi settling in, charge on the way, 4th base now being taken. Here we go. Ateshi moves out. My 2 favorite weebs having a spat. Oh, do you not like 3 points? Smooch. Confirmed. 3 point is not Hyper 1's favorite. Smooch, back, smooch. Feels bad, man. 3 points not a weeb. He's a closet weeb. He says he's not, but he is. He is. He's totally got a waifu pillow with HonMonO's face on it. Aye. As of now, we are building up. Extra tanks going to be on the way. HonMonO is just fully securing himself here on 3 bases. Have a closet meter. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. As HonMonO, he does break out. Does break out across the map. Oh! Likewise, yes, and Swallow, we do see Ateshi attempt to slow him down, but alas, what do we have here at home to defend? We have been skipping warp-ins, where the Zealots, where the Charge Lots was anything to surround these tanks. It's a terrifying army here from HonMonO. Oh, and Ateshi's going to be forced back. Again, he cannot fight within range of those tanks. There's just too many of them. We have how many? We have 10 tanks in total. An insane push here from HonMonO. Hellbats are in position. Tanks are slowly sieging forward. Nice force fields locking down at least some of these Hellbats, but the tanks do so much damage to the back line. In not enough Zealots. Ateshi, he has 1,000 minerals in the bank. He has been, again, skipping warp-ins. And that's going to kill him. Again, he could have had so many Zealots. So many reinforcements. Aye. From here, trying to catch steady reinforcements as well. Again, Ateshi needs those warp-ins. Big tank volley is going to be going off. Zealots are coming from behind, but there's just not enough. There's just not enough Zealots. Yeah, the Stalker army crumbles. The Immortals as well. At HonMonO, he will break through the main army. He will snowball out of control. Zealots, they do very well in the back. Oh my, they take down almost all the tanks. Again, impressive to see how much so little can do, but GG gets called and it was too little too late. HonMonO will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. HonMonO does take a lead in the series. Again, a very intense and very interesting setup there from HonMonO. Unfortunately, Ateshi, you saw that he did clean up all the tanks at the end of the fight, at the end of the game, but again, he was skipping, or he was, I say skipping, he was missing. He was missing warp-ins there. He was missing those macro cycles. As a result, he was banking up a huge bank, and he just did not have enough Zelds to really get that surround he was hoping for, to push in earlier, and yeah, he was just a little bit late to the party there. And with that, GG. HonMonO does take a lead. And now we're getting ready for game number 2. When it comes to the bracket, we'll be jumping in after this series. We'll be able to catch up on everything that's been going on. We'll get there. As we have game number 2, it's going to be on Amygdala. Here we go. What little care he has, he displays up front. Parting, on the other hand, 110% weeb. Yeah, but Parting, he's not in the closet though. He's like HonMonO. Like Parting, HonMonO, Kiwian, they're the kind of the kind of people that dress up like maids. No. It's all out for everyone to see. For everyone. For better or for worse. Oh no. You banned anime in his server. Oh no. Oh no. Not like this. Here we go. We're getting into the next game, and spawning in the top right hand corner of Amygdala, we have the pink Protoss player, the pink Protoss himself, representing among SE2 people down in the series. We'll see if he can bounce back. It is Ateshi. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the yellow Terran player, with the yellow Terran himself representing representing High Team Hyper 1. It is HonMonO. Here we go. So from here we are going to be settling in. We do have our matchup, we do have our TvP. Now, last game we did have HonMonO just embracing and going for an insane 3-base push with just mass mech, with mass tank, with mass firebat. We'll see if Ateshi has a better response this time. It did seem a little bit shaky, it did seem he was a little bit frazzled with what he was up against, but now I'm sure a little bit more familiar. Meanwhile, we're leading into a much larger map. I could see HonMonO going into mech again. Otherwise, HonMonO, he's again very chaotic in this matchup. We could see BCs, we could see like proxy battle cruisers, of course 2 and 3 base all-ins, but on a map as large as Amygdala, I'm not too fond of pulling the boys. I'll be honest, I'm not too fond of it. It does hit a little bit worse, it does hit a little bit weaker, so we'll see how HonMonO will approach this. Ateshi, he will scout for a proxy at the 3rd location. I do not blame him, but now I feel safe and sound. We'll expand. Let's go. Let's go. As we have the Gates Hyper Expand standard opener out of Ateshi. From the side of HonMonO, he does once again open up with a single gas geyser into a faster CC on the low ground. Okay, so economic build here by HonMonO. And we'll keep an eye on those factories, we'll keep an eye on that follow-up. Oh no. Not mech again, Babby, not mech again. When it comes to... oh my god. So just keeping up. And we'll see if Ateshi can bounce back. Personally, I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping for a back and forth. We have our tech of choice. Going to be a Twilight Council opener here from Ateshi. So far so good. Likewise, Reaper dips in. Reaper dips in, gets 1 probe. Oh. Gets 1, gets a 2nd probe towards the end. So nice pickups here early on here from HonMonO. Does pick up a couple of workers. Likewise across the map, getting a safety bunker. Following this up with his own 1-1 setup. And we'll see if there's an extra Raxes or another factory. Starport for now, okay. Going for the starport. Now, last game we saw Ateshi go for a single gate opener into a 3rd Nexus. I do think that it's a little bit easier to get away with that here in game number 2 on Amygdala. As another probe goes down, it's going to be 3 probe kills for the Reaper. He gets behind the mineral line, gets a full scout, does confirm the Twilight Council into Blink. So HonMonO, he has a piece of the puzzle. Is aware. Meanwhile, with that 1-on-1 going into quadruple mine drop, we have 4 Widow Mines on the way. Medevac is also a very committed mine drop here from HonMonO. And we'll see if he's a little bit more successful than his Hellion harass in game 1. Meanwhile, no surprise here. How many gates? We have 1 gateway in the main and only 1 gateway in the main base. So 1 gate blink into expansion. Again, very, very greedy build. It was the same opener that we saw last game, but Ateshi, he got away with it, and he should get away with it here as well, in a sense. Oh, as we do see HonMonO doubling down. What do we have here? Armory is on the way, and this is interesting. We should be seeing, I guess, an add-on swap into Drilling Claws, question mark. As a reminder, if I'm not mistaken, in the past you would only need an armory to, of course, require detection. For Widow Mines, but nowadays that has been changed to Drilling Claws instead. And of course, you do need the tech lab for that. So, yeah, no Drilling Claws. The armory is finishing, sure, but yeah, it's interesting setup here from HonMonO. There we go. Medevac does go down. Massive pickup. Oh my god. Takes down 2 of those Widow Mines already. There's 2 Widow Mines left. Shot goes off. Takes out 1 of the Stalkers, but Lasses will be cleaned up. And again, the armory means nothing. Nowadays, you do need Drilling Claws. And there it is. Drilling Claws now on the way. But that is after the first drop failed. Ay, ay, ay. So far, solid defense by Ateshi. We do see follow factories on the way. So we're going to be committing into mech once again. Third CC has begun. And we do have another wave. Another 4 Widow Mines moving up. But Drilling Claws is still not done. It's just so late. Did HonMonO forget? It's possible. Widow Mines, they drop in, but it may have slipped his mind that again the armory isn't the end all be all. 1 Stalker goes down. Widow Mine here into the main base, gets 2 more probes. That's going to be 3 probes in total. That's okay damage, but for 4 Widow Mines for an armory, for Drilling Claws, like this is a big investment here from HonMonO, and so far it has not been worth it, especially not against a player that's on 3 Nexus. Meanwhile, he's not stopping. By the way, he's not stopping. He's still making more Medevacs, more Widow Mines, just going for non-stop drop play with the army going to +1 vehicle plating. Ateshi does scout, does confirm the mech. And Ateshi has the observer. He's ready for this. It's ready. HonMonO diving in towards that natural. Observer's in position. Ateshi does pull away in time. And, oh, nice connection here on the sentry. Sentry does go down. So we're getting some value here. Meanwhile, another mine drop coming in, and we're not stopping. We're just still making more Widow Mines, more drops. Another Widow Mine drop here towards the 3rd base. Cannons would be ideal against this. I think now it's clear that HonMonO, he's, oh my god, getting 3. Yeah, 3 probes. The HonMonO, he's committing to just mass drop play. So that's where cannons actually would be effective. Just in the mineral lines, I mean. Yeah, there we go. Cannon in the main base, cannon here at the natural. Like at this point, like enough Widow Mines have occurred where it's like, okay, this is not going to stop. and it's not stopping. Another full medevac, another full medevac, and another one on the way. Just mass Widow Mine drops. That's all it is here from HonMonO. And it all comes down to the reactions of Ateshi to be able to pull away in time, because all it takes is a couple of these mine shots to go off, and that can be game. Meanwhile, ooh, full medevac goes down. Nice pick off. Oh, Ateshi does not react. Yeah, no reaction, no response. Probes are going down. It's going to be 8 worker kills here at the natural. 8 workers get picked off. Still more Widow Mines, more drop play. Ateshi, I was curious what he's going to be spending his money on. Once again, Ateshi's been missing warp ins, so his army is smaller than it should be. Has some missing warp ins and has a very low gateway count. He needs to throw down this production, getting into a double Stargate setup, which I'm not entirely convinced by. We'll be honest. And again, we should have another Stalker Force here. Drop comes in. Ateshi, does he react? Late reaction. Yeah, late reaction. He gets punished for it. He panics towards the end. Mineral line goes down. Massive losses here. And this is getting out of hand. Now, what's scary about what's happening here is that the economic damage is getting out of hand. Not just that, but back at home, HonMonO, he's macroing well. Like, he's making and now switching into Hellions, into tank production. For the most part, he is not really missing a beat. Scan reveals the attempted Sky Toss. Ateshi's still just lacking gateways. He's still only on 4. Yeah, only 4 gateways. I mean, that's why he can't warp in, or that's why he can't spend his money. So, lack of gateways. More Widowmine drops. Planetary to defend. I mean, there's barely anything to kill here at the natural. Hellions 8 bust into the 3rd. And Ateshi just cannot keep up. Not anymore. Workers are going down. Ateshi's down to 41 probes. He has a high base count, but he's spending so much money rebuilding, and again, he's still not throwing down gateways. We need to spend our money, Papi. Ay, ay, ay. Need to spend the money. Speaking of HonMonO, now going to Thor production. More Widowmines, more Hellions. Carriers now on the way. Lack of saturation, lack of gases. I mean, that's really going to be hurting Ateshi. He does now notice. Nice catch on these Hellions. Much better engage. Widowmines, they get spotted here by Ateshi. Does notice, does recall to respond. Oh, it does hug the observer. It doesn't quite get it though. Whew. Clutch moves there by Ateshi, pulls away in time. So far, so good. Mine drop once again towards that natural. We're still lacking gates. We're still banking resources. At this point, a 3rd Stargate as well would be ideal. Yo, can you go for a carrier? No shot. Okay, okay. Oh, only one. Whew. Only one shot goes off. Otherwise, that could have been a kill. That could have been a snipe. Does hold on, does survive. That event goes down, and yo, as we said, Linz is a big shout out to Steadfast in the chat. Gab, I mean, God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great evening streaming, whether it's the Awarded TV Monday and also the Monday night weekly as well. Hope you had a great time, and I hope that you had a great time in World of Warcraft, playing hardcore, I believe, right? Maybe. Thanks for the raid. Thank you for the raid, and welcome one and all to the PiGosaur Monday. Again, your weekly dose of a little bit more NA StarCraft. I say NA right now. We have some Korean on Korean action. For those that are just not tuning in, we have mech, by the way. We have mech. We have Mass Widowmine Thor out of HonMonO, and Ateshi has been struggling to survive. He's working towards Sky Toss. He's building up his carrier count, but they're already Thors. There's already Thors. There's already Mass Widowmine. I can see a world already where HonMonO can just scuttle underneath these carriers and burrow under them and just shut them down and blow them out of the sky. I am concerned. I'm concerned here for Ateshi. Unfortunately, he's just been having a really hard time keeping up with the aggression. Likewise, his production has been lacking. We now have a 3rd Stargate on the way, but you can see that Ateshi is banking resources, and we just can't afford that. Not here, not against HonMonO. Here we go. Hardcore, yeah, there we go. As HonMonO does move out. Supplies are comparable, but I mean, we're mainly relying on Sky Toss with the carriers and now the Tempest. HonMonO moving in. Celebrite doesn't achieve too much, and that's how many Widowmines? That's too many. 27. 27 Widowmines. Ay, ay, ay. He wants the carriers. He wants them. Up. Shots going up. Nice dodge here with the Stalkers. They do dodge. But alas, there's still so many more Widowmines. Thor's a breakthrough into the natural. The mortal production has begun. Tempest moving in. And I'm waiting for the great march here of these mines. Meanwhile, they punish the Stalkers. Oof. Yeah, Stalkers go down. Thors, can they hold their own? I mean, with the help of these Tempests, the Thors are going to be going down. Let's go. Ateshi, he's holding. He is holding on. Widowmine, some of them resetting. And again, I was expecting HonMonO to like dive underneath the carries, but he didn't go for it. Widow Mines are cleaned up, and HonMonO gets the hell out of there. Does pull away. Ateshi, he holds. Let's go. We're holding on. Ateshi's holding, building up more Tempest. Still missing Warpins, but for the most part, building up. Likewise across the map, but we do see HonMonO committing here, still into mass Widowmine Thor. Back up to 27 Widowmines, getting up to 30. And without any storms, without any splash damage, again, there's nothing to really stop the Widowmines from getting under the army, assuming that HonMonO goes for the dive. Go for it, Pappy, go for it. Up! So pushing in. Does move in. Oh my god, the drag! Has to be careful. Be careful of the drag, Pat. Yeah, Widowmine Zippo are under. Going for the interceptors. Oof. A lot of mine shots wasted. HonMonO, he's waddling in. He's waddling. Let's go. Get out of here. Ateshi being chased away. The Widowmines are terrifying. Is forced back. HonMonO, he's max. He's max on how many? On 27, soon to be 34 Widowmines. Still mass Thor as well. Actually, what are we remaxing on? Still Immortals. Again, I wouldn't be opposed to Zealot Warpins just to try to bait out some of these mines. Even drag some of the mines as well. Meanwhile, the Widowmines are reset. HonMonO moving in. Up. They're going for the dive, getting under the army. He gotta get away. No, the mine shots. Up. Oh my god. Okay, one shot goes. Yeah, one shot goes up. And the carriers, they just crumble. The carriers, they go down one after the other. One carrier left. The Tempest to survive. Oracles, they go down. They rally in. The Tempest, they do stand strong. They're going for the Thors. Also going down one after the other. But the Widowmines will zone away. Another Tempest, no! They get too close. How many Tempest? Six Tempest so far. Mine shots are resetting. And Widowmines that will just annihilate the Tempest. How do you deal with Sky Toss? Mass Widowmine, Bobby. Easy. And what's terrifying is that all these mines, they're about to reset. The mines, they've not been dealt with, they're going to reset. Tempest coming in. Widowmines, they're going for the dive. They want the Tempest. And Ateshi cannot stop this. You know, stop the march, the waddle here of the mines. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, Shote shuts out all the Stalkers. As there's no blinks available, Tempest rally in. GG gets called, and HonMonO, he will snowball out of control. He will take the series 2-0. GG. Whew. What a way to wake up. What a... Ay, ay, ay. It's what, 10 a.m. in the morning here, and what an explosive way here to start the broadcast. HonMonO, he will take the 2-0. Again, unfortunately, Ateshi just had a really hard time reacting and responding. I was very impressed by the first defense of Ateshi with his carrier Tempest. When he deflected the first wave, he didn't really lose much of anything outside of a couple of gateway units, but when it came to the second army, the second force of HonMonO, Ateshi just wasn't able to really have any kind of buffer to help protect those Tempests. I was mentioning earlier, whether it's Zealots, whether it's a gateway army, even sentries and force fields, but something to zone that ground army away, something to protect those Skytoss units just wasn't really there. There was nothing to stop HonMonO from just waddling in, burrowing under the army and just popping off. GG, well played. Again, whether it would have been with Colossus, with Storm, with force fields, with Zealots, like pick your poison, anything. And with that, GG, well played. HonMonO, he will advance on into the next round, and we have some catching up to do. Whew. Okay, from the top, exclamation mark, be in the chat to have a look at the back of yourselves. Let's catch up on what has been going on as the bracket is progressing.